Hi parents and students, welcome to Studio in Graphic Design and Animation for the fall. I am Mr. Campbell. I'm the graphic design and animation teacher. I'm also, I coach girls squash in the winter, boys tennis in the spring, the yearbook advisor, the art department coordinator, and in the fall, I'm the girls varsity tennis coach. And tonight we have a match against Suffern out in Rockland County. I wasn't sure if I'd be able to get back for a live feed, so I'm going to go ahead and do this YouTube video to give you an overview of what the class is about. It's called Studio in Graphic Design and Animation because this year we turned what was our graphic design class and an animation elective that we used to run for younger students and formed that into a one-semester studio class so that students can get their half credit of the full credit they need for high school graduation in studio art and get to do it in the digital realm. Essentially what students are going to do in this class is learn a lot of tools in the Adobe Creative Suite, specifically Photoshop, that will give them the ability to do real-world projects in combination with the elements and principles of design and composition to come up with some great pieces. The class kind of operates as one small design firm. We tackle real-world projects. We give each other a lot of feedback. We work both individually and collaboratively in the software. So I have the PowerPoint up here to quickly run through the different projects we'll do. We start out the year working with the elements of art and principles of design and going through a couple of small projects where students are getting their heads around those terms and also knocking off a checklist of Photoshop tools that they'll then have at their disposal to do some of the more real-world creative projects. So in here we're dealing with a shape and rhythm, and a line and pattern, color and emphasis, learning to use the text tool, the gradient tool, etc. And then with that base of knowledge, we can start to get into some graphic design concepts and projects. The first project, which the students have done this last week, is we're thinking about the way that font affects meaning when copy is put to print, and the students will do this quote poster where they take a quote of their choice, present it in 3 different ways in 3 different fonts and 3 different colors, and see how those different ways of presenting the same copy change when you make design choices around it. Then the students will do an imagined event poster, either an actual event that has happened, is going to happen, or something that they just dream up, and they'll do at least two different versions of that poster as if they're presenting it to a client. Then we'll get into some artwork, graphic design artwork, where students will learn to work over top of imagery using vector graphics, and then be able to apply those vector graphic skills to design a logo. And then the culminating project for the graphic design unit is to create a business or a product, a logo for that product, and then put that logo into some real world situations where the logo might be applied. Then we close the semester for probably the better half of the second quarter. We'll do some animations, a classical animation where we'll actually either do some drawing on paper and save stills from it, or do some drawing using Photoshop tools and then create an animation of slides of those. And then we'll also do a stop motion animation where we'll work from photographs to create an animation. And that all of a sudden the semester's over. We're kind of flying through it already. We've got a great group, a collaborative group, a resourceful and flexible group. We didn't have room to work in the computer lab upstairs, the digital computer lab where we have standalone computers. So we've got a combination of students working on laptops and students working on some desktops that we have in the back room and the other room where I teach. But the class has been great about being flexible and resourceful and getting onto the software and getting to work. We're having a good time, and I'm really looking forward to working with this group. So if you have any questions, you can email me at campbell.anthony@riseschools.org. And I'm looking forward to the semester. Take care.